Good morning, everyone. My name is Adam Livingston. I am the Bitcoin Wizard, your number one source for Bitcoin and Bitcoin Treasury Company analysis. Now, my covered call video from a few days ago was extremely well received. The amount of messages I got that said, Adam, I can't believe I was sitting on MSTR shares this whole time, not taking advantage of cash flow. I've never understood options until you explained it this way. Well, what if I told you that selling covered calls on MSTR is only half the fun? Do you want more money? Well, lucky for you, I'm here to help. But remember, this is not financial advice. This is financial entertainment. Please consult your stupid, idiot, moronic financial advisor before you screw up something and your wife performs a Lorena Bobbitt-esque action on you. Time to get started because let's be honest, if you own MSTR, you've already accepted two things about yourself. Number one, you have a disturbingly high tolerance for financial pain. Number two, deep down, you get off on volatility that would make a day trader cry in the shower. And that's fine. We're going to turn that dangerous personality flaw into a cash printing machine. This is the wheel strategy. Think of it like a car rental company, except instead of renting out Nissan Altimas to people who vape, you're renting out the right to buy or sell MSTR to degenerate gamblers who think they can predict Bitcoin's next move. And here's the secret. They can't. Nobody can. But you don't need to predict the move. You just sell them the dream, collect the premium, and then sit back while theta decay slowly strangles their contract into worthlessness like an insurance policy written on a sinking ship. The wheel is pure capitalism at its most elegant. You get paid if MSTR doesn't move. You get paid if MSTR moves the wrong way for them. You even get paid if MSTR moves the right way, because your exit price was already padded with premium from the start. It's like being a casino owner in a town where everyone's on meth. The action never stops, the volatility is delicious, and the house, you, always wins in the long run. We're not here to gamble, we are here to operate a finely tuned volatility farm, harvesting the manic energy of Bitcoin's price swings and converting it into cold, hard rent check cash. So strap in. By the end of this, you're going to know how to take every single mood swing MSTR has and turn it into income without having to predict a damn thing. The wheel strategy is what happens when you take two of the safest sounding option trades, cash secured puts and covered calls, and mash them together in a cycle that keeps spitting out premium until either you die or Bitcoin goes to zero. Here's the flow. You start out by selling a cash-secured put at a price where you'd be genuinely happy to own MSTR. Not tolerate owning, not, well, I guess I'll take it. I mean your dream discount price, the one you'd brag about at Thanksgiving. Seriously, pick whatever price you want to own MSTR at. That's the strategy here. If MSTR stays above that price, you don't even get the shares. You just pocket the premium and do it again. Easy. If MSTR drops below your strike and you get assigned, congratulations, you just bought shares and got paid for doing it. Then the second half kicks in. You flip around and start selling covered calls on those shares at a price you'd be thrilled to dump them for. If MSTR stays below that strike, you keep the shares and the premium. If it rips above it, you sell at that juicy price and keep the premium. And the second you sell those shares, you repeat back to step one. The whole wheel spins again. It's like running a pawn shop in a disaster zone, folks. People keep coming in, overpaying for things they think they need, and you keep taking their money while rotating your inventory. On MSTR, with its Bitcoin-induced mood swings, the wheel spins faster than a cracked-out hobo in downtown San Francisco. More volatility means more premium, and more premium means more rent money without ever having to predict what MSTR is going to do next. You're not timing the market, you're owning the casino. Most stocks are like your quiet, responsible cousin who drives a Prius and files taxes early. Safe, predictable, boring. MSTR is your unpredictable, adrenaline-addicted uncle who shows up to Thanksgiving in a rented Lamborghini, maxed out 3 credit cards, and is somehow still convinced Bitcoin is going to $1 million by next Tuesday. That level of chaos is exactly what we want because in the options world, volatility is your rent money. Here's why the wheel works so well on MSTR. Number one, there's fat premiums on both sides. MSTR's implied volatility is reduced from its Bitcoin exposure. That means both cash-secured puts and covered calls pay more than they would on boring boomer stocks. You can sell way out of the money and still get paid like you're right on top of the price. Number 2, there's constant opportunity. Bitcoin swings around like a drunk toddler with a chainsaw and MSTR follows it. That means more frequent price action, which means more frequent premium selling opportunities. Number 3, you get paid either way. It's a win-win scenario. If MSTR goes sideways, you just keep racking up premium while the market does its best impression of a screensaver. The wheel thrives in chop and chaos, and MSTR delivers both like clockwork. You're basically monetizing market insanity. Think of it like bottling lightning. Instead of selling it to power plants, you're selling it to degenerate traders who think they can outguess Bitcoin. Spoiler, they can't, and you'll be there every month happily taking their money. Step 1 of the wheel strategy is where you set the trap. And by trap, I mean you choose a strike price where you'd be genuinely spiritually happy to own MSTR. Here's how it works. You pick your happy price. This is your dream discount entry price or something hardly below the strike. It's up to you. How much premium do you want to collect on this first initial transaction? For MSTR, it might be $380, might be $350, might be $300, whatever makes you giddy instead of nauseous if you get assigned. You sell a cash secured put, you collect the premium. This is the down payment from the option buyer. Basically, them saying, please hold this for me just in case I want it later. Spoiler, most of the time they don't. If MSTR stays above your strike, you keep the premium and do it again. If MSTR dips below and you get assigned, you just bought it at your happy price and you got paid to do it. It's like putting a lowball offer on a mansion, having the seller accept, and then finding out they also threw in $10K cash for the inconvenience. And here's the beautiful part. There's no fear in assignments when you actually want the stock at that price. It's not a loss. It's a deeply discounted shopping trip with cashback. This is where the wheel starts turning, and in MSTR's case, with premiums this fat, even missing the assignment is a win because you still get paid just for trying. Now, I'm filming this at 1:30 p.m. on August 11th, 2025. This is an example of the option chain right now. On Fidelity, here's the option chain. We're going to select a cash covered put. So you need the amount of cash in your account to make sure that you can actually buy the shares if assigned. Because each contract represents 100 shares of MSTR and we want to do the 400 strike price, that means we need $40,000 in our account. So if MSTR is trading at $405.50 and we want to sell the strike at $400 right below that price, I'd be happy to own MSTR at $400. That'd be rad. I'd select the expiration date at, maybe 11 days out, maybe August 15th. It's totally up to you. Whatever you want to do, whatever fits your risk tolerance. So then I'm going to select this and sell to open my position, and I'm going to select a put option. And just like that, as you can see at the limit price here that I've selected, it's going to make me pocket just under $1,200 of premium, which is pretty rad. I'm more than happy of owning MSTR at $400 a share. So this is great. This is just extra money. Now remember, the best way to explain the option strategy is to have crackhead drawings in MS Paint. And your Bitcoin Wizard daddy has delivered that for you today. This here is the Bitcoin Wizard. This here is my put contract representing 100 shares of MSTR. This is the chubby degenerate buying this contract from me. So I am telling the chubby degenerate, if you pay me just under $1,200 today, I will park my $40,000 cash to buy his 100 MSTR shares at $400 in the next 11 days. If MSTR stays above $400, I will keep the money. If you assign me, my cost basis is $388.10 per share. All right, so you got your premium, MSTR went down, and then you got assigned on your cash secured put. Congrats, you now own MSTR at your happy price. Time to flip the switch and make it start paying rent. This is where we sell covered calls. It's the same concept as puts, just flipped upside down. You're now the landlord leasing out the right for someone to buy your shares at a higher price. Here's the play. Number 1, pick your sell and smile price. This is the number where if MSTR hit it, you'd happily part with your shares. Not a panic sell, a champagne sell. Number 2, sell a covered call at that strike again. Remember, 30 days out, delta between 0.10 and 0.20. Check out my last video to understand why. Same reasons as before. Remember, far enough away to give MSTR room to breathe, close enough to get your fat premium check. Number 3, collect the premium. Once again, you get paid up front. If MSTR stays below your strike, you keep the shares and the premium, and you can sell another call next month. If MSTR rips past your strike price, you sell at your smile price and keep the premium. Then you go right back to step 1 and sell puts again. It's a full cycle. Sell puts until you own MSTR, sell calls until you get rid of it, and repeat. The covered call leg is where you turn your MSTR shares into obedient little ATM machines, spitting out cash every month while you wait. And remember, getting called away isn't a loss. It's the market paying you exactly what you wanted for your stock, plus a tip for being a good sport. The degenerate option buyer walks away with your shares, you walk away with a premium, a profit, and a front row seat to start the whole wheel again. Time for another Meth Head MS paint drawing. You guys probably remember this one. This is me, the Bitcoin Wizard, selling a contract representing 100 shares of MSTR to this chubby degenerate. He says, I think MSTR will be $525 in 30 days. LOL, I will pay you $350 for the right to buy your shares at $525 in a month if I'm right. Remember, there is a very low mathematical probability that MSTR gets to $525 in that amount of time. You are taking advantage of that stupidity of the degenerates buying that contract from you. This is the real example from today's option chain. Let's start from step 1 just to make sure that y'all are grasping this whole thing. MSTR is currently right around $405. I am happy to own MSTR at $400. Therefore, I will sell a $400 strike put with 4 days till expiration. Therefore, I am going to select, I want to sell one put option expiring August 15th at the strike of $400. As you can see, that is letting me pocket $724.35 after the fee. $725 for waiting to see if MSTR goes down $4 by that expiration date. Sounds good to me. I'm happy to own MSTR. I think it's going to the moon. Let's go. Cool. Assuming that I got assigned because MSTR goes down for the rest of this week, I can now sell a covered call now that I have the shares. Now, I like to sell covered calls between the 0.1 and the 0.2 delta. That said, it's kind of up to you how much premium you want to collect if you want to sell a covered call at a lower strike price. That way you make more on premium, but if MSTR does have that parabolic surge, you're selling a lot more of your upside. Either way, you get constant premium collection. So anyway, if I'm assigned the shares, I'm going to sell the $520 strike for September 12th, which is right around 30 days out. And just like that, potentially in a matter of days, depending on MSTR price action, that could be about enough to buy another 3 shares of MSTR. You can continue running the wheel strategy to accumulate more MSTR shares, and every 100 shares, that is another contract that you can sell. It's like planting money trees. Now, just because I'm not a financial advisor, I'm a financial entertainer, you should probably not listen to me. I'm only some retired Bitcoin millionaire. You should listen to your boomer financial advisor who still has to work at age 70 selling mutual funds that provide negative real returns. That said, let's go over the risks and considerations because I'm such a nice guy. Number 1, you can get assigned shares in a downtrend. Manage your position size carefully to avoid overexposure. Even though, in my opinion, getting assigned shares is somewhat a bit of the point. Your upside is also capped when you're selling covered calls, potentially limiting gains during strong uptrends. That's why I like the low deltas. The wheel works best in sideways and high volatility environments, which MSTR often experiences. For all of the idiots who think that Saylor's use of the ATM facility on the MSTR common stock suppress the MNAV below ridiculous levels, this is perfect for you. You always want to have enough buying power for assignments. Have the cash in your account when you sell the put. Remember, options trading involves significant risk if you're an idiot. In my opinion, the best way to learn options is to just do it. Pick a low-risk delta and just wait it out. You'll understand the game psychologically by doing it. This strategy works because time decay is predictable and human emotion is not. If you can't sit still while your position is temporarily red, you'll panic sell at the exact wrong time and donate your gains to some guy in a Patagonia vest who will use it to pay for bottle service. The bottom line is that the wheel strategy is a slow, grinding, relentless compounding cash machine if you treat it like a business. But the moment you treat it like a casino, the house doesn't just win, it repossesses your car, your house, and probably your dignity too. Do this right and you are harvesting premiums for years. Do it wrong and you're posting on the Wall Street Bets subreddit about how MSTR scammed you, while you're holding 30K in losses and you're mad at Michael Saylor for some reason. My name is Adam Livingston. I am the Bitcoin Wizard. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this content, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment with what you would like me to comment on next. Have a terrific day, folks. Class dismissed.